Okay, hi guys, I hope you made it to the second video, my second video for Monday. We are now moved on to page 75, so it's just that page after. I didn't want to do a ton of those examples because it's the same. I feel like you guys should have a good grasp on multiplying fractions, and we just need to work on changing a fraction into a decimal. So they did the first, so A, B, and C on the PDF, those go together, which means that E, F, G go together, and that's how it will be on your homework too, so pay attention to that. Don't go down the line because it will be easier, and you'll see to just go A, B, C, and then E, F, G, because they go together. So up here I wrote, this is not on the page, but I gave us a little place value chart up here, and you can do that too for your homework. That might be helpful. So they finished A for us. For some reason they just didn't write the answer, which I think is so weird. But let's go through it really quickly. So 5 times 7 tenths. Okay, so 0.7 is 7 tenths. That would be in the tenths place after the decimal. So 5 times, and then they rewrote it as 7 tenths, just how it sounds. And then 5 times 7, they just rewrote it, and then they wrote it as a fraction, but really right here would be 1 times 10, because this 5, there's a 1 under that 5. So they just didn't add it in there. I think it's important to show. And then they have 35 over 10, which is 35 tenths. So 35 tenths, I know that we read the number, when I hear it, we read the number from the last digit on. So if it's in 35 tenths, I know the last number is in the tenths, so 5, and then 3, so 35 tenths. So that's what they have, 3.5. So that's perfect. I can put 3.5 as our answer. All right. So the reason I want you to go from A, B, C, E, F, G is because all they're doing, the difference between these three, is that they're moving one of the numbers that they're multiplying over in the decimal place. So here is 5, and then now they're doing 5 tenths, okay? So here they started for you 5 tenths, right? Times 7 tenths, which is the same as 5 tenths and 7 tenths in decimal form. And then they did 5 times 7, and then 10 times 10, they just rewrote it. And then we know 5 times 7 from over here is 35. And then 10 times 10 is 100. So that's the difference, is that over here, because the decimal, this was in the ones place, it's 10, but over here they moved it, and now it's in the hundredths place, which means I have to move my answer over. So I'm going to put 35 hundredths, and then the 0 in the front, because there's no numbers in the ones place. So this will look just like 0.35. So 35 hundredths. So let's put 0.35 in our answer, and then go ahead and erase and move on to the next one. So do you see how that's easier to go this way, and then instead of moving down, you'll see. So each time the decimal place is moving to the left. Okay, so now it's saying 5, and the 5 is in the hundredths place now. So 5 over 100, 5 hundredths times 7 tenths again. So what two numbers we're multiplying? 5 times 7, and then 100 times 10, that's 1,000. And then 5 times 7 is 35. So there's no thousands place, Miss Sullivan. Well, yeah, there is. It's just after the hundredths place, and I didn't write it. So here will be thousands. Just trust me on that. And so I'll start here, 5, 3, a 0 will be here, and then our decimal 0 here. Okay, so I have, the answer is 0.035, or 3,500, or 35,000, sorry. So that's what it'll look like on your homework too. You'll be doing the exact same thing, work from the left to the right, and it's just moving the decimal, but don't just write the decimals in a different place, because they might trick you and add 2 zeros in the middle of one of these instead of 1, or vice versa, okay? So now we're going to move on to word problems.